The low glow spills like static, warping angles in the air. Shadows slide out of alignment like they're loosening their share. The room won't hold a boundary, it keeps slipping out of phase. Every edge dissolving softly into half-remembered shapes. I reach for something solid, but it blurs before it lands. Turning weight into a rhythm I can feel but can't command. Every step rewrites the moment just before it settles through. Like the ground is only echoing a version not yet true. There's a hush behind the surface, something drifting out of line, something pulling at the borders in a way I can't define. Now it flows without a center. Now it's just beyond my view. Everything I try to steady comes apart and filters through. If I stop controlling motion, if I let the tension slide, will it open into something, or just wash it all aside? Faint transmissions pass around me in a tone I almost know. Not enough to fully follow, not enough to let it go. Every memory fractures into angles out of sync, like reflections losing clarity each time I try to think. There's a signal on the distance, but it never locks in place. Just a pulse that builds to something and dissolves without a trace. And the more I try to shape it into something I can hold, the more it slips between the fragments, quiet, loose and uncontrolled. Something breathing through the silence, something thinning out the sound, something blending every answer till there's nothing left to ground. Now it flows without a center. Now it's just beyond my view. Everything I try to steady comes apart and filters through. If I stop controlling motion, if I let the tension slide, will it open into something, or just wash it all aside? Maybe nothing here was anchored like I needed it to be. Maybe stillness was just motion, slowed enough to seem. Every line I leaned against begins to drift away, like a system losing structure every time I try to trace. There's no fixed point left to measure, no return into the same. Just a slow internal turning with no edges left to name. Now the noise becomes a current I can almost settle in. Not a rhythm I can follow, just a pull beneath the skin. Somewhere in the constant shifting there's a quieter release. Not a place I'm moving toward, just a thinning into peace. I let go of chasing outlines, let the fragments pass me by, and the space between the moments feels less empty over time. Not a meaning I can capture, not a truth that I can prove, just a steady underlying that remains within the move. Now it settles into motion, I don't need to redefine. Every break along the surface fits inside a wider line. If I stop demanding answers, if I let it pass me through, maybe losing what I held to is the only thing that's true. If it all keeps rearranging past the frame I tried to keep, maybe clarity